Alright friends, welcome back to another video. As you can see, today is finally the day to get all of this pollen off the porch. And actually this has been done several weeks ago. I am really behind on all of my editing. But I'm still getting these videos out to you guys because I told you they were coming. And this is a project that I did work on, and I love it when I get my porch cleaned every year and get the pollen, just that fresh, clean feel of, going out on the porch when all of that stuff is just knocked down, the spider webs, all of that nasty stuff. And so on this day, I was still working because right now, as I'm doing this voiceover, I'm actually on summer break. So that just shows you how far behind I am. But I'm trying. Trust me, I'm trying. I'm trying to get better at doing stuff, but with filming, and then I'm still enjoying my summer. Yeah, it's a little difficult. I'm not one of these professional YouTubers, so I don't profess to be, so or proclaim to be, I guess I should say. But anyway, on this day I was still working, and this was after I had finished my afternoon run, and I literally just got off the bus and went to town. It was like, I want it done. I want to get this stuff cleaned. And so, as you can see, I mean, it was nasty. And it gets like this every year, but it always feels so much nicer when it's just freshly pressure washed off, all the dust, pollen, like I said, the spiders and all that stuff. So I had come home on this evening, and just went to town, started working on it, trying to get it cleaned off. So this is a video of just getting everything cleaned and just knocking down all of that stuff. So the video of decorating and that stuff will come a little bit later. But I like watching these kinds of videos because it does kind of motivate me to think about things. When I'm watching somebody on YouTube that's doing this, I'm like, oh yeah, I really have a porch that I could go clean or whatever. So hopefully you'll find some motivation in this. Bella was enjoying all the water that was falling down on this day. It was a lot cooler on this day when I was doing this pressure washing. And so that was a good thing because I was trying to get as much done as possible. I don't know why I end up doing a lot of projects in the summertime. We're actually working on a big project right now that is going to be huge, and I'm super excited about it. We started, today was like the first day, and so yeah, we still have a lot of work left to do, but I'll be putting together that video. But I have all of this footage, and I just don't want to waste it. So here I am just getting the screens. I always take my screens out, and I pressure wash those off and get those out, because with us living by the creek, we get a lot of like little gnats and bugs. You'll see here in just a minute, I'll show like the windowsills. And it just shows that we get a lot of like little gnats and things. And you can see right there, those are just like little gnats. And so I always take my screens out and pressure wash all of those off and just get everything nice and clean. So I'm not going to ramble through this whole thing. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Thank you for those of you that have been bearing with me with trying to stay consistent with somewhat of at least getting some videos out. I know I'm not staying as consistent as I was before, but life has just had a lot going on. So yeah, but for those of you guys that are staying with me, thank you so much. If you're still around, continue to drop me those comments. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below, share my videos. It would help me tremendously. Yeah, you saw that. I just took that Christmas wreath off my door. I guess better late than never, but at least it's down now. Anyway, do me a favor, like I was saying, like and subscribe to my channel if you would like to, and share my videos. It would help me tremendously. I'm doing this for fun. I enjoy filming and I enjoy editing. I just don't have a lot of time to do it. Editing is a lot of work. You don't realize it when you're watching all of these content creators, and you don't realize the time and the work that they put in behind the scenes. But it's a lot of work, and I do enjoy it. My stuff is not on a laptop, so if I'm editing, I'm back in the room away from my family. And so if my family's at home in the evenings, I like to be with my family. I don't like to sit back in the room for hours on end. So, you know, it's hit and miss when I find time to edit and stuff. So anyway, you know, if you like and share my videos, that would help me tremendously. Commenting helps me tremendously because it gets my content out to other people. And, you know, there may be those that want to watch this type of stuff, and they might not be as, I guess, hopefully they'll be a little bit, I guess, gracious with how I do my videos. I'm not a professional, but I don't claim to be. I do, like I said, I enjoy it. So if you do those things, they would tremendously help me. You know, I hear all these content creators saying, I want to get to like, you know, over these, they're well in the thousands marks, you know, 500,000 and all that. Like, I've been hovering at the like 380 mark, somewhere around in there for quite a while. And I know some of those are like my kids' friends and things. And so I think it would be really cool, and this is going to put this out there, but it would be really cool if over the summer I could at least make the 500 mark. I think that that would be awesome. If it went further than that, great. But, you know, sometimes it's good to set goals for yourself. And so I just think that that would be kind of cool. So if you like and share my videos, commenting, all that stuff helps me. So anyway, I'm not going to ramble, guys. I'm going to just play some music, let you watch this footage, and I'll catch back up with you here at the end. Energy. Okay, friends, so if you watched my last year's porch cleaning video, then you will recognize this rug. This is the same rug that I had last year, and yeah, I'm just not in the place where I want to buy another rug right now. I could put my money to other things. So I am going to put some of this Dawn power wash on here and just kind of scrub it and give it a good cleaning and just reuse it. I think I can get at least another year out of it. It's a beautiful rug, and so yeah, I'm just gonna clean her off.
I have got the front porch all pressure washed off. And I did it different than I did it last year because I actually just got home from work, jumped off of the bus, and went right inside, got my son, got this pressure washer started, and I went to town. I didn't even stop. And so, let me take my shoes off because I don't want to track, like, back up on the porch. Because I've got grass that's sprayed up on me. Ooh, my socks are going to get wet, but it's okay. But I have all of the front porch at least pressure washed off. I need to find some sort of cleaner to clean this part of the ceiling. I don't know if you can see, but it's like moldy or whatever. So I'm not sure. I may get like my bucket with some bleach later, another day, not today. I'm just getting over sickness and the pollen is getting to me, so I'm not sure. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't know which one's better, but I'm not sure how much more I can stand out here. I need to get inside. So the bees are mad because I've knocked down their bees nest, and I need to spray so that we don't continue to get bees nests. But I've got everything pressure washed off. I'm letting it dry. I've got the cushions standing up so that they can dry. I have all of my screens out, but my window seals are all cleaned, so I can put my screens back in, and I'll get those put back in, and then I'll get my decorations out on another day. I'm going to let everything dry really, really good. These are the planter boxes. You probably saw me pressure washing them off, cleaning them, but those are what I got off of Facebook Marketplace, and so I thought they would look good flanking the front door here. I don't want to put them on, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to put them here or if I'm going to put them at the other door. We'll see. But that's what they look like flanking a door. So they're not bad. This one is a little like different color, I've noticed. Maybe it's supposed to be. This one kind of is too. But if I put them up here, I definitely need to put them on the porch. So I need to, or putting them on the porch, I need to put flowers in them that are like, get partial shade, not full sun, because obviously they're under the porch. Or I also thought about maybe ferns. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a green thumb, so my best option would probably be just to get something fake and shove in there and make it look pretty. But we'll see. And then I pressure washed this off. Now, I had this flipped over from last year because this has like a ring on it that I cannot get off no matter what I do. So I may end up flipping that back over, but for right now, it's just like that. These are drying, but I wanted to get it fixed and clean because we have this week and then we have next week of school and then we are off. And last year I did this over Memorial Weekend and I don't want to do that this year. Plus we have events and birthdays and graduation things lined up. So I don't want to be doing this all day and then having to rush in and go get changed and get ready for a party. I'll be exhausted. So I'm trying to get it done now. Plus this week is really pretty and cool. It's going to be nice. So I'd rather do it while it's cooler than when it gets really, really hot. And then in another video, I will show you me decorating it and putting it all together. I'll put everything together as far as like setting stuff back, but nothing will be decorated until I am ready to get the decorating part done. But I pressure washed the rug off again. I can't see you if I stand here because the sun is in my eyes. Terrible. me go back around the corner. My daughter bought me a drink, so. And she's inside getting dinner ready, so that's awesome. I don't know if you'll be able to see her. You probably see me, more my reflection instead of her. I don't know. But let me zoom you back out here and turn back around so you can actually see me with the lighting behind me. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, I pressure washed the rug off that I used under the bench, as you saw, and I used that last year, and I pressure washed it off again to clean it and use it again because you know, I don't have money for another rug this year. So well, I mean, I could, but I don't want to. I'll say it like that. I know I want to get a few flowers. I might get a couple different pillows. I don't know. Or I may just use the same pillows that I had last year. I set it up different than I did last year because I had, you probably saw me put this table down there. But I ended up and I moved it back here because in the mornings we'll come out and my husband and I sometimes will sit here and we'll drink our coffee. I sit over there if it's just me or my daughter, you know, she'll sit there. So I don't know. I may move it back. We'll see. I like having a stand beside the bench or something that you could put some coffee or a drink on. But it's not wide enough this way. And if I do it this way, I don't know. I might move it that way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll get to all that when I'm ready to put it all back together and I'm actually decorating. Right now, I'm just kind of waiting on things to dry off and get cleaned up and go back inside. So I've got, this is pressure washed off the shoe thing, and then like here there is a lot of paint chipping off and it really needs touched up again. So if I have any paint downstairs, I may touch up the paint in this area because it's the actual walk area, so it gets messed up more than anything else. But this over here also has a lot of black off of that chicken feed thing that we had the chicken feed in. And now, since we no longer have the chickens, I guess we can, you know, get rid of that. So that's kind of the, I don't know. I'm turning in different ways, and then the lighting goes bad. I apologize. But, yeah, so we won't need the chicken feed there anymore because my husband is adamant that he's done with chickens. He said he can't fight nature, so we're not doing the chicken thing anymore. He was kind of deflated. I think he was going to finish the chicken coop and then try to sell it, but now I think he said that he was going to do what I suggested. Just actually take it apart, keep the screws, keep the wood for another project that we might have. My neighbor's leaving. So I think he's going to do that. When he's going to do that, I don't know, because I want to pressure wash the back patio off, and I'm also thinking about getting some stain to do the back patio. And then I'll eventually do down at the basement door and all that, but definitely want to do the back patio. But I'm trying to wait until he is completely got the chicken coop off of there. So anyway, right now it is cleaned. It is pressure washed off. There's still some areas, like I said, I need to figure out to get that stuff off of there, and I'm not sure. That's not going to be today, and not going to be in this video, because like I said, I'm just getting over sickness and my lungs are like being out here with the pollen. So I'm actually going to go in and take a break for just a second. So okay, so I'm going to call it an evening. The back patio is still a mess. Half chicken coop, And then let me show you the status of this corner. All this stuff is pulled off, but I'm going to wipe some of these planters off. And like this planter, I'll get that cleaned off, wipe that off. Those wreaths, I want to get something different for my door this year. And then, so my son will help me put this type of stuff away. But, yeah, and then this will all get taken care of on another day. You know, it's not going to all get done today. This is just a quick, clean, just trying to get the porch cleaned and ready for summer. Let me show you the garden, though. There are things growing in the garden, and I am super happy. Look what's happening over here. I've got cucumbers that are growing. We got to get my trellis things, or I may end up letting them grow up the cage. I'm not sure. My squash is growing. My tomatoes are growing. Look. Look, look, look. Alright, so that's going to be the end of today's video. I know I still look like a hot mess because I am finished. Done. I can finish cleaning up out there, putting stuff away. I gotta wait for the rug to dry before I can put things back. And then I can get a shower and let my lungs rest because that pollen is insane out there. There was so much pollen. But it feels much nicer to have it off the porch, cleaned off. Now to get the patio done and to get things set up. Summer is coming. I'm so excited. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below. And Lord willing, friends, there'll be another one. Bye.